Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's having a great day. I just wanted to do a quick video and show you something that we've done with things that were already here on this property when we bought it. 5 years ago, this whole hill that I'm zooming in on was full of irises everywhere. And to me, it was kind of a waste. I know they probably did it to try and keep the soil back, but I've been slowly digging those irises up and moving them. And so last year I decided to put some around my deer fencing for our raised bed garden. This row is half done. I hope to get more planted this year, but you can see they're starting to bloom. There's quite a few buds that have yet to come forth, so it's going to be for probably the next couple of weeks very pretty with the white blooms. And this year we've planted some blueberries over here. We have plum trees. Some of these trees were here. We have added a lot of this, and we've done a lot of tier planting because you can see how the hill goes up, and so we have a lot of runoff. When we first started planting here, the ground was just full of iron ore, so it was very hard, a lot of rock. So we started very simply with just pallets, as you can see. Some of them are kind of starting to fall apart. We're going on 6 years now, so some of them are just not holding up. We've torn some out and rebuilt. These two here are new this year, and they are made from fencing. A friend of ours gave us a whole bunch of fencing that they had taken their old fencing down, and we're just building new pallets out of it, or new boxes out of it. And so, you can do anything. Over here is some plastic totes that we bought, cut the tops off and filled them, and we've used these were some of the first things we started using. And then we go back and we have a blackberry garden back there. We have quite a few different things, muscadines, and we slowly have just kept building. Now the muscadines were here when we moved in, but they were just a mess, so Jim started working on those, got those down. I've been working on them and getting them raised up like grapevines, and they're running along the wire to look really good. Now these irises here I moved and planted 2 years ago. You can see there's so much more blooms over here. Again, this is only halfway. We will eventually have them going completely all the way around the garden, and that will help keep the little critters out from crawling underneath, and it'll just protect everything a little bit more. So this section was the first section we started 5.5 years ago, and it's producing really well this year. We've got the soil going really well. We go to our local water treatment plant and get compost and wood chips, and then anything that we don't use, we compost in. We constantly have a composting area that we keep working, and then we bring that into the garden. We save leaves. So if you're not sure about how to garden, just start where you're at. Start with a little bit. Start with one area and make your soil good, and then plant one tomato plant or a few beans. Just start slow and see what you can do. Here we've got these protected because the sun. We've transplanted these. These are all elderberries that we've transplanted about 3 days ago. So they need to get established and get going, and then we're going to sell these off. But back over here are our elderberry plants, and most people suggest you cut them completely down to the ground level, and then they'll come back again. We usually leave a little bit. We just feel like it's easier on the plant, and when this gets to fruition and grows this summer, it'll be about six or 7 feet tall, has all these beautiful white blooms on it, and then the elderberries form from there. And elderberries are extremely good for fighting off colds and flus. We make our own tingers from those, plus we leave some for the birds to have. So there's just a lot to do that you can do to help yourself and benefit from it. Once you've planted these, you never have to plant them again. They just keep coming back. When we first planted these, we bought them from a nursery, and they were one little stick, maybe the size of this one right here. every year they produce more and more. See, you can see right here, this is a little baby coming off from the roots. And that's what we've done with a lot of those that you just saw. We've dug them up, and we're going to replant, sell, give away those others. So there's things that you can do to enjoy, and there's things in ways you can make more money. This is our garlic bed back here. These are some cabbages and different things. Jim just interplanted some peppers in here. And so we're working this. It's been warmer this year, so we're working and getting things out sooner. We've had to cover a couple times because it did get cold, but that's okay. We don't mind. We want to get it out as soon as we can so we can eat it as soon as we can. I'm working my way over to the greenhouse, and we got this last year. And this was an amazing lifesaver this winter. This is a seed tray that these lights come on. I have them on a timer. They come on at certain times. And so I start the seeds here, and then I move them out. I've been transplanting today. You can see there are a lot of little tomatoes in these little things here, and I'm going to transplant these up into bigger ones. These were old seeds that I've had for a long time, and I wasn't sure if they would come up or not. Well, they did very well. So we're just transplanting the whole section into another pot, and when we get ready to plant outside, unfortunately some of them will have to be snipped, and that's just the way it is. But you know, I know now what seeds are good and what aren't. This little one here that I transplanted, this is called a ruggert. And this seed we bought back in 2002, and it was so old I thought, I don't know if it's going to make it. So I tried 5 of these little capsules just to see what would happen. Every single one of them came up with some at least one tomato. So don't throw away seeds just because they may be a couple of years old. Try them and see. And if you can get heirlooms, get the heirlooms. The ruggerts are heirlooms. This is called a Rebecca bean, and it's an heirloom. Now I've got Romas and Better Boys and Homesteads, which are not. They're so we just do those, and people give me packages of seeds, and so I do those, but I don't ever try to save those seeds. So anyway, try and try your luck at it. I can tell you from experience how exciting it is when you put a seed in and you come back a week later and you start seeing growth. It's exciting to see life. So if you have the time and the want to, give it a shot and let me know. Let me know what you did, or ask me questions. If we can help, we try to help in any way we can. Have a good day. Enjoy the day and watch for more.